Lucy is ready to go. Oh, wow. She almost came out of the tub on that one. She's a big girl. Whew. Wow. Alright, so today I want to show you how I feed my baby ball python hatchlings. And I actually have some that are starting to pip, so that'll be my next video. But as you can see here, I have actually had 32 hatchlings. I actually had one that didn't make it here, and I have another one that had if you guys watch that video down here, she's kind of got a really swollen belly. She's still alive, still doing good. She shed out, but she still kind of has a swollen belly. I'm hoping she'll make it. So, so basically every clip in the middle is a meal that's been eaten. So a lot of these have eaten multiple meals. These guys are getting some pretty good weight to them, I'd say. Actually, I'm cleaning my tubs tomorrow, so they're all a little bit dirty. And and then basically what I do is, let's see. So when I feed, mostly I've been feeding pinky rats is what I've been feeding. I think here, so if I feed, I'll put a little clip on the right, and then I'll look and see. So this guy, I was actually trying to put this guy in a tub with this little pinky rat. Still, and for some reason these little pinky rats, a lot of the ball pythons, they're not really into the rats that much, especially when they're small. So all these guys, some of them, most of these are all from rats. I've had a few mice, and then basically when they don't eat, I'll move it to the left. So this guy has never eaten a single meal, and he's getting to the point where I really need to feed him something. I got just kind of a handful that haven't eaten anything, like this guy here, and here. There's a few here. So what I really want to do is I want to get these guys to eat, and I'm really kind of in a bind here. If you watch some of my previous videos, I'm basically trying to replace all my breeder rats. So basically what I have in here is all my new breeders, and they haven't been paired up long enough to have any babies, so I have a lot of up and coming, I probably have 80 per week that I'll be cranking out here, but it's going to take at least another month, and I really have nothing. So what I did today is I actually went to Scales and Tails in Denver, and I bought a whole bunch of little, these are basically fuzzy mice. So there's a whole bunch of them, all different kinds, and these are the perfect size for baby ball python hatchlings. And they were really expensive, believe it or not. I think I paid like $1.75 a piece, so I'm getting kind of desperate. I actually did order some frozen online, and I can get frozen for, I think with shipping it's like 50 cents a piece or something. So I'm getting like 3 times as much, basically frozen. But the thing I like about these is it's pretty much just drop and go. So let's see. Let's see how this. See if this guy will eat it. So basically, what I do is I just drop it in there and walk away. It's as simple as that. And these guys will take mice really, really easy. I don't even have to look at these guys to know that. And then for some of these guys that have eaten quite a few times, I think I'm going to kind of fish out kind of the little bit bigger ones. Whoa! Ha! Let's see if this guy will eat it. So usually I don't do live feedings on video, but if I can get up one more step. basically I wouldn't even worry about them. Basically at this point I can just drop and go. And you kind of look at this. So this guy only ate one, and he is pretty thin. He's one of my first hatchlings. So I'd say for a first hatchling, maybe something a little bit smaller. So, and I'm just going to drop and go on these guys. So then what I do, so that guy's pretty thin too. So, and those little crawlers, they'll crawl around quite a bit. So they're a little bit more active. So this guy has some decent size to him. So I try to pick out maybe some of the bigger ones on the bigger hatchlings. So I can already hear. When I hear a little squeak, it's like, yeah, he's eating. So let me move over a little bit. So this guy, he's pretty hefty. He's had 3 meals. They look like bigger meals. So I'll kind of fish out one that's a little bit bigger here. And then what I'll do, after I finish feeding all these guys, is I'll just go through and, yeah, these guys, they just pound these little mice. So I'm starting to think, with all the rats that I have, I should actually focus more on mice. I'll just drop them in. And then what I'll do, I'll actually come back. I'll come back tomorrow morning, and if they haven't eaten, I'll probably figure out something else to do. He just kind of snapped at him. It's pretty funny. But this is basically the lazy man's way to... that guy's really small. So, he only ate one. So, we'll see. Hopefully this guy didn't eat any at all. So, like when they get this is some of my first stuff, and when they get that skinny, I really kind of get concerned about them. That's one of the reasons I'm really going to these, these little crawler mice. These are like the perfect size for a little guy like that. So, and then, at some point, this guy only had 1, 2, and he's, well, I guess he's got a pretty decent size to him, not too bad. So I'll give him something kind of medium here. And I don't really like to do tongs on something this small, because it just kind of, I think it kind of hurts the mouse. So yeah, I'll just let that guy kind of run around a little bit. This guy didn't eat anything. One of my scaleless heads, and that really kind of concerns me. So, I mean, even though I spent like $50 for these, which is kind of incredible, it is definitely worth the price if I can get my ball python hatchlings to eat. So, yeah. Kind of hard to see with the sun in there. That guy didn't eat anything. This guy didn't eat anything either. So, and the further down I go through the rack, it's actually it's the newer hatchlings. So these guys haven't eaten, but they haven't been out of the egg that long. So I'm not really as worried about as some of the ones up further. Oh, this guy's hanging on to my my strap. So yeah. Now this guy, he looks. Some of these guys, they like ate one, but they still look pretty thin. Ooh, he's a little snapper. I'm gonna give him one that's pretty decent sized. Ha! Then when you can hear that little squeaking, that's the snakes eating the mice. So yeah, I like to actually drop it like close to the head, or even right on the snake. Let's see if we can get something that's. I'm running out of bigger ones. These are all pretty small. There we go. Yeah, it's always nice when your snakes actually finally start eating. You get kind of concerned about them. So I have a lot of hatchlings. It's unbelievable. So I actually have 31 hatchlings, and I'm supposed to have 31 little hoppers here, so we'll see. This guy didn't eat anything, yeah. Nice little coral glow. And the funny thing is they just kind of ignore those, for the most part, they just kind of ignore the rat pinkies, which is kind of amazing. So these are all pretty much just, I'm not even gonna worry about them until tomorrow. I almost could have had a little bit bigger of a mouse in there for some of these guys. Some of these guys have some pretty decent body weight, but I do have some mice, but they're really not producing right now. Whoa! I got them by the leg instead of the tail. See if that guy eats. Yeah, right away. Alright. Yeah, these are like the perfect size. They could have been a little bit bigger, but it was hard to tell in the store. He had some bigger ones, but I just didn't want them to be too much bigger. That guy doesn't know what he's doing. He ate one meal, only one meal in his life, so yeah. These guys still don't really know what rodents are all about yet. Oh, he almost bit me. That was really close. Alright, I'm just going to close it up. I didn't want him to go in the water. This one just shed out, so yeah. I actually think they shorted me on these. Oh, you know what? I have more than 32 hatchlings. I have 37. I'm actually going to pull this shed out. Yeah, I'm a little short. This is my last one. And, yeah, sometimes I'll just throw it right on the snake, because then it'll kind of, yeah. So there's the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but these haven't been hatched out. I mean, they're just barely shedding. So I'm actually surprised they ate once already, because they've only been in here for like a week. So I went all the way up to this one. I think I'm gonna move it off there. So I'll just flip that up, and then what I'll do is I actually do have this little guy right here, and I'll try to put it in here. Boy, I'll just kind of throw it up there. I've been using these the coconut husk and the netting, and I don't really like it. I'm going to go back to the sphagnum moss. And, yeah, I don't really like it. So, actually over here I have a whole bunch of clips. I bought all these clips on Amazon. And then what I'll do is I'll just go through and I'll mark each one right on the right side. And then tomorrow if they eat, I'll move it to the middle. And if they don't eat, I move it to the left. But I usually only keep one to the left. So all the ones on the left now I'll move over to the right. And I'll go through and make sure all the ones, there's at least one on the right for all of them, and if there's none in the middle, that means they haven't eaten, and it's really kind of concerning. So that's basically it, how I've been feeding my ball python hatchlings. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.